a packet answering the phone. Yes, can I help you? Do you have a question? They barely can speak English. And here they're giving you tech support. Overseas. That's your tech support. And the tech support sucks. Because number one, they can't speak English. You trying to get a problem resolved with your computer or your iPad or whatever the hell you bought, and you're talking to somebody overseas who can't speak English. And then I think I heard something years ago that your the income tax is actually done outsourced overseas too. Right. When you send it in, they send it out to somebody else to process it and do it. Your own federal income tax. All the industry that was here once here in the U.S., it's over. A lot of it is in China. A lot of it's in China. All these different toys and these different little trinkets you buy, made in China, made in Taiwan, made overseas, no matter what it is. It's all made overseas. Even the American flag. The American flag is, I think, made in China.
They had a beef about it during the Olympics.
Right.
Because they was upset that the fact that the Olympics, that the American flag was made in another country.
Look at that.
Flag full, won Olympics.
Yeah, Serena Williams.
Yeah. Serena Williams, right?
The flag fell. Yeah.
The flag fell. Hey, that symbols that this place is going down. That's a symbol, man. Yeah. Hey, like the scripture we read, how have the oppressors ceased? They shall take up this taunting proverb against the king of Babylon. How hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. That's an embarrassment. The U.S. flag fell. The Bible. It's the Bible. Yeah. Yeah, if you read the sign right there, it tells you everything that we're about right there. 12 tribes of Israel. Yeah, 12 tribes of Israel. Let's go back to it.
I'm going to start from verse 8. This is Jeremiah 50:8. Remove out of the midst of Babylon, and go forth out of the land of Chaldeans, and be as the he-goats before the flocks. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations.
Right. That assembly of great nations, those nations are assembling, man. The Chinese, and what is it, North Korea, the Koreans, they don't like America. They don't like this place. They would love nothing more than to destroy this place. The Koreans, we always puffing their chest out. They're always doing nuclear tests and testing their weapons. The U.S. always wants to go over there and inspect their shit. How is it you're going to sit there and tell somebody, look, we want to come and inspect your nuclear arsenal? We want to come and inspect your weapons. This man got some goddamn nerve. That's why the scriptures say in Isaiah, the nations shall say, art thou become as weak as we? That's what's going on right now. These nations like, look, I got the bomb too. You ain't the only one with it. I got it too. And I'll use it on you. Them nations, them Koreans, they ain't shy about issuing. They always issuing challenges to the U.S. They always puffing their chest out. And a lot of them is linked up and backed by Russia.
But from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken.
From thence they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence shall she be taken.
Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain.
Right. Their arrows, and them arrows ain't going to return. It's talking about the missiles. Their arrows, read that again?
Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man.
As a mighty expert, meaning they're going to hit their target precise. When they launch those batteries, they call it, I guess they call it a battery. You have like a tractor trailer with a missile on the tractor trailer. They call that like a battery. And it shoots the missile off from the back of the trailer. The trailer is a launch pad. Missile will lift up, they program the trajectory, and then takes off. That's the archery. They set the coordinates where the bomb is going to hit, send it off, And then this goes what? It hits the exact target. Read that again.
For lo, I will raise up and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations. For they shall come from the north, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence shall she be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain.
Right, the arrow shall be as that of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. When you shoot off an arrow, the arrow doesn't return. The arrow goes and it hits the target. The arrow don't come back. Arrows don't come back. Bullets don't come back once they shot. They don't come back. What?
And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord.
Right. And Chaldea shall be a spoil. Ancient Babylon, the hierarchy of Babylon were the Chaldeans. Chaldea shall be for a spoil. This place right here, America, is going to be for a spoil. It's a spoil right now. Everybody is here just is grabbing whatever they can grab. Everything is on sale. Everything in this country is on. A lot of these buildings are owned by Japanese. Owned by Japanese corporations. Have bought and own these. I think Radio City Music Hall, I think, is owned by the Japanese.
Well, that gets back to what you were saying about the Family Dollar. Instead of having a bunch of little ones, let's consolidate, have one big one, see how much we can get before it all, it's all done. That's what's going
what I
on.
was hearing before that I think that the stock exchange, I think Germany owns that. The New York Stock Exchange, I believe the Germans own that. Big bad Germany. Germany were the big figurehead back in the in the 40s. It was the Germans. As a matter of fact, that movie, I don't know how many of you brothers seen it, Captain America, the Winter Soldier. How many of you brothers seen it?
I got it on DVD. I haven't checked it out.
Oh, you got it?
Yet.
Yeah. Oh man, you gotta go see that, man. Tomorrow, if you can catch a matinee, if you got that $7 to $8, go see the matinee, man. That movie is strictly about the New World Order all the way, man. Strictly the New World Order. I mean, they don't pull no punches with it. You seen it, right?
Yeah. Remember the part when Captain America was with Nick Fury, Samuel Jackson, and selling all the weapons and shit?
Yeah.
He said we can't afford to let something happen. He said, I thought we responded to the crime after they committed it, not before. He says, well, we can't afford that to happen. He said,
right.
We. He didn't say nothing.
Right. He didn't say right. He said we. He didn't say. He said we can't afford to.
That's NDA.
Respond to the crimes after they're committed. In other words, we gonna get them before they commit the crime. That's what he was saying. And it basically, they was gonna set up a new world order by killing 20 million people and making the people give up their rights so they can be protected. Sounds like the Patriot Act in 9/11. They killed over 4,000 people, and then they passed, because the Patriot Act, they've been trying to pass the Patriot Act way before 9/11. But all of the congressmen and senators are like, no, this is unconstitutional. You're taking away people's rights. When them buildings came down, they passed that motherfucker. Because what they did was, the New World Order is about traumatizing you. In order for them to bring a solution, they got to bring chaos before they can bring an order. So they have to cause chaos before they bring the order. And the solution they bring is the solution that they've been wanting to bring for a long time. But the only way that they can make that happen is to cause chaos and traumatize people. Because when people are in a traumatized state, they're not thinking correct. All that's on their mind is, look, is this going to keep me safe? I'm with it. Yeah, give up. You got to give up your right, freedom of speech, your right to illegal search and seizure. You got to give this up and that up. Well, I ain't no terrorist as long as I'm safe. The government looks at every United States citizen now as an enemy combatant. You are an enemy combatant to the system now. Everybody. The enemy combatants is us. It's not just now they got a term called domestic terrorism. It's not just abroad. Now it's called domestic terrorism. So their thing is to basically respond to domestic terrorism. what we're doing right now, this is basically domestic terrorism. Or in a little while, it will be called domestic terrorism. They're working towards it.
Well,
That's why they passed the NDAA and the NDRP. The NDAA is what is it? The National Defense Authorization Act. Obama passed that. If anybody speaks against the president and anybody in his cabinet, the Secret Service can come and pay you a visit, take you out of there, and nobody will know nothing about it. In the middle of the night, come and get your ass and take you out somewhere. If you if somebody who was a supporter of the president, you come against them because they support the president and his cabinet, the Secret Service can come and get you based off of that. Because it's not just for the president and his cabinet members. Anybody who is a supporter of him, they extend that courtesy to them also. So like if you come in against Oprah and she's an Obama supporter, they can come and snatch you up off of that. The law, it's in effect, it's on the books. All they have to do is enact it. They basically, you had the people that was doing the what you call that shit? What's that Wall Street thing that was going on?
Occupy Wall Street.
Occupy Wall Street.